Long ago, before fairy tales were shelved in books or streamed through speakers, stories were passed down by candlelight, whispered from grandmother to grandchild. One such tale comes from the Brothers Grimm, who spent the early 1800s traveling through villages in Germany, collecting the old folk stories people told by heart. Among them was a short but curious tale known as the Water Nixie, a name that's often translated today as the Water Sprite. Unlike their more famous stories, this one isn't about princesses or wolves. It's about a boy and girl who fall into a well and land in the clutches of a mysterious water spirit. Forced to work under strange magical rules, they must outwit their captor and flee using 3 enchanted household items: a brush, a comb, and a looking glass. Though it's less well known, this story is rich with the old world fear of wild water and the idea that magic can hide in the most ordinary places. So settle in and listen closely, because in this tale, even a puddle might have eyes. A little brother and sister were one day playing together by the side of a well, and not being careful, they both fell in. Under the water, they found a fairy who said to them, "Now I have caught you. I intend you to work for me." So she carried them both away. When they arrived at her home, she set the maiden to spin hard, tangled flax, and gave her a cask full of holes to fill with water. And she sent the boy to the wood with a blunt axe and told him to cut wood for her fire. The children became at last so impatient with this treatment that they waited till one Sunday when the fairy was at church and ran away. But the church was close by, and as they were flying away like 2 birds, she espied them and went after them with great strides. The children saw her coming in the distance, and the maiden threw behind her a great brush, which instantly became a mountain, covered with prickly points, over which the fairy had the greatest trouble to climb. But the children saw that she had managed to get over and was coming near. The boy then threw a comb behind him, which became a mountain of combs with hundreds of teeth sticking up. But the fairy knew how to hold fast on this and soon clambered over it. The maiden next threw a looking glass behind, which became a mountain also, and was so slippery that it was impossible to get over it. Then thought the fairy, "I will go home and fetch my axe and break the looking glass." But when she came back and had broken the looking glass, the children had been for a long time too far away for her to overtake them. So she was obliged to sink back into the well. And so, with a brush, a comb, and a looking glass, the children escaped the strange clutches of the Water Sprite and found their freedom once more. It's a reminder that sometimes the simplest things, a little courage, a clever plan, and maybe a good hairbrush, can outmatch even the wildest magic. If you enjoyed this unusual Grimm tale, don't forget to like and subscribe so you never miss the next adventure. And as always, come back for more stories here at Grandma's house.